Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Bachelor Nation News fans. Fans of The Bachelor are once again getting bored with Grant Ellis' season 29, even as he continues to make connections with his ladies. The second episode angered viewers as they claimed Grant was, quote, boring, and even gave them the, quote, ick, while others complained the episode was the longest episode in Bachelor Nation history. However, they were once again fuming about Episode 5, which saw Grant and his final 7 ladies, Alexi Godin, Carolina Kixano, Dina Lupencu, Juliana Pasquarosa, Letia Gar, Serafina Watkins, and Zoe McGrady, jetted off to Scotland. Taking to X, formerly Twitter, one person said, "This season of The Bachelor is putting me to sleep, period." As a second wrote, "This season is blah, but that man does look good in a kilt." A third added, "Overall, this season has been so unserious. Hometowns on the 4th episode? Really?" A fourth penned, "This is one of the weirdest seasons of The Bachelor. Like, why is it this bad?" As a fifth commented, "This episode's The Bachelor is just dragging. Like, it isn't fun at all." Host Jesse Palmer put the pressure on Grant's ladies by explaining that he wouldn't give any roses away during the dates. As the episode started, though, other fans were overwhelmed that Hometowns is next week and feel odd as season 29 seems to have flown by without anything having happened. Taking to X, formerly Twitter, one person wrote, "This has to be the fastest season of The Bachelor. How is it already Hometowns next week?" Another added, "What do you mean hometowns are next week already on The Bachelor? This season just started." A third said, "Time for The Bachelor. It's the week before hometowns. Really?" A sixth fumed, "I really can't believe we're already on the final 7 with hometowns next week. It feels like we just started and nothing has really happened. This is the fastest season ever." Yet another added, "Seasons like this that feel so rushed makes it really hard to get invested in the relationships." Juliana was chosen for the first date of the episode. "Our love is a fairy tale. Love, Grant," the date card read. After they had a good time going to a ball, Grant took Serafina, Alex, Carolina, Dina, and Zoe on the group date to learn more about the Scottish culture. All of the women appeared to have fun, except for Carolina, who pouted about being on another group date. She didn't like seeing Grant connecting with the other ladies because she felt insecure about her relationship with the leading man. She separated from the group, and Grant went to check on her, which led to a tearful and tense conversation that angered the rest of the women. The leading man has already made his intentions clear. He doesn't want to relive his most painful experience and plans to find a wife. While sitting down with people, he spoke about the pre-recorded season and how he handled the drama that always transpires. Ellis admitted that he would always remind himself to, quote, "get the facts and don't jump the gun," unquote. He said, quote, "In a situation like that, where any move you make is really pivotal, I think that me waiting until I had all the evidence and then making a decision was the best move on the chessboard," unquote. The reality star said the issues that arose taught him a lot about himself, but also the women after his heart. He realized that their maturity showed how much they wanted a family and, quote, "long-lasting relationship," unquote. He explained, quote, "It's really easy for somebody to tell you what they want, but I think that actions speak louder than words," unquote. He declared, "If they're starting drama, or if they're gossiping, or if they're doing certain things, that just indicates a lack of maturity." Quote, "For me, a red flag is somebody who's too self-absorbed," unquote. After a blowout between Carolina and Dina, Grant had a one-on-one with Letia. Quote, "He's funny, and he's sweet, and he's silly, goofy," Letia said about Grant as he attempted to play a bagpipe. "Every time I just feel more excited." Grant said, quote, "I'm loving being with Letia." He added that they have a natural connection. While talking to 2 women on the street, Grant admitted he could see Letia as a wife and said she has a nurturing spirit that he's looking for in a partner. They then, quote, "tied the knot during the date
where they tied a string into a knot while talking to the women. Later, over dinner, Letia revealed that she's dedicated to being a Mormon, and Grant respected her for opening
start
up.
that masked the chaos. Grant Ellis wasn't supposed to be that Bachelor. When he was announced as the lead for season 29, the fandom was thrilled. He was charismatic, well-spoken, and had just enough emotional vulnerability to captivate hearts. Coming off his tear-filled goodbye with Charity Lawson's season of The Bachelorette, he seemed like a man ready for love. The promotional trailers painted a picture of elegance and sincerity. Soft piano keys, candlelight dinners, a voiceover of Grant saying, "I want to find the kind of love that makes you believe in forever again." But as the season progressed, that dream unraveled. Fans didn't just feel disappointed, they felt duped. By the time The Blowout aired, episode 8, the narrative had flipped. Twitter exploded, Reddit threads reached record lengths. Instagram comments piled up under every official Bachelor post. The verdict was unanimous. This season is a joke. Grant is unserious. He treats this like a vacation, not a journey for love. At Bachelor T Queen. How did we go from Zach crying in the rain to Grant literally laughing during a woman's breakdown? U/Rose Petal Riot. And the moment that triggered this tidal wave of backlash? A fight so explosive, so raw, it instantly entered Bachelor Nation infamy. The Blowout heard around Bachelor Nation. It was supposed to be a romantic getaway date in Mexico. 5 women remained. The stakes were high. Tensions higher. Juliana, the clear fan favorite, had just had her one-on-one. She returned glowing, confident. The connection between her and Grant was undeniable. So undeniable, it sparked jealousy. Enter Rose Callahan. Rose had been the under-the-radar contestant, quiet, kind, but emotionally fragile. She hadn't had a one-on-one since week 2, and whispers of insecurity followed her from day 1. But what happened in that beachfront villa blindsided everyone, including production. Juliana made a casual comment about being a good fit for Grant's lifestyle in LA, to which Rose replied, "You're assuming a lot. Just because you're the Bachelor pick doesn't mean you're the right one." The room froze. Camera zoomed in. Juliana asked her to clarify. Rose stood up. And then Grant walked in. Rose didn't hold back. She accused Juliana of being manipulative. She called her a Bachelor climber who already had an influencer contract lined up. She even turned to Grant and said, "She's playing you, and you're letting her. Honestly, this whole season feels like a joke." Grant laughed. He didn't mean to, but he did. A nervous chuckle, a wide-eyed expression. "Whoa," he muttered, looking between the 2 women. "Okay, let's calm down." That laugh cost him everything. Fans turn on Grant. Within minutes of the episode airing, Bachelor Nation was in arms. Clips of the fight went viral. TikToks analyzing the moment had millions of views overnight. Juliana trended worldwide. So did #UnseriouSBachelor. Podcast hosts weighed in. Even former contestants posted subtle jobs. Watching Grant's season and wondering if he ever took this seriously. Katie Thurston via Instagram story. The worst Bachelor blowout ever, and not because of the women, it's because of the lead. Ben and Ashley I on Almost Famous. Producers scrambled to do damage control. Behind the scenes, Grant was shaken. He told producers after the fight aired that he didn't expect such a reaction. "I didn't laugh at her," he said in a confessional during the After the Final Rose taping. "I was overwhelmed. I was shocked. I'm not perfect." But Bachelor Nation didn't forgive easily. Juliana breaks her silence. Days after the episode aired, Juliana posted a soft-lit selfie with a cryptic caption. "Sometimes silence is the loudest response, Rose." That didn't last long. Her next post was a carousel of photos. Behind-the-scenes beach shots, a screenshot of trending hashtags, and a note. "I didn't sign up for a man who'd laugh during conflict. I signed up for someone who could handle the heat. I stayed true to myself. That's all I'll say. For now." She wasn't the only one. Rose surprisingly posted a 7-minute TikTok giving her side of the blowout. Teary-eyed and raw, she said she regretted how it all came out, but stood by her sentiment. It wasn't about Juliana. It was about the entire energy.
I didn't feel emotionally safe anymore, and Grant didn't make me feel seen. That video went mega viral. Suddenly, Rose became a martyr for all the unseen contestants in Bachelor history. Memes popped up with captions like, "Justice for Rose, the woman who told the truth and got a laugh in return." Grant's attempt at redemption. By the time the finale rolled around, the damage was done. Ratings had dipped, and fans only tuned in to see how it would crash and burn. The final two were Juliana and a surprise late riser, Sienna, who many believed only made it due to default. In the final episode, Grant picked Juliana. Proposal, ring, all the usual sparkle. But the cheers were gone, replaced by collective skepticism. I give them 3 weeks. Comment on the official Bachelor Instagram post. During After the Final Rose, Grant sat on stage, visibly tense. Host Jesse Palmer didn't shy away. "Grant, you've been called unserious, dismissive, and emotionally unavailable this season. What do you say to the fans who believe you laughed your way out of a real love story?" Grant sighed. "I think I was overwhelmed. I didn't handle things perfectly. I'm not proud of that moment. But I am proud of choosing Juliana, and we're working every day to build something real." Juliana, stone-faced, did not smile. That was noticed. "She looks over it already." Twitter user @BachelorSnark. Aftermath and expose. Weeks after the finale aired, a former producer anonymously spoke to Reality Tea Weekly. Their bombshell? Grant was never ready. He signed on thinking this would be a fun way to meet people, but he wasn't serious about marriage. There were multiple conversations off camera where he told crew he didn't believe this would work out anyway. Cue outrage. TikTokers resurfaced Grant's earlier interviews where he claimed, "I'm here to find my wife." Instagram gossip accounts flooded timelines with new dirt, screenshots from women who allegedly had been talking to Grant right before filming began. Some of their messages? "I'm only doing this show for the experience. Don't worry." Bachelor Nation had heard enough. The fan-led campaign for change. In a rare move, fans organized a hashtag #RestoreTheBachelor. They demanded stricter vetting for leads. They wanted more transparency. They wanted the days of Scene Low and Ben Higgins back, leads who meant it. Petitions circulated, commentators like Nick Viall and Rachel Lindsay debated the Grant effect on podcast circuits, calling it a necessary collapse. Maybe we needed a season like Grant's to realize how off track the show has gotten, Rachel mused. And amidst all this, Bachelor producers announced a twist. The next season will focus on sincerity. No influencers, no actors, no models, just real people. They even announced the lead early, a 31-year-old firefighter from Minnesota named Owen Cole. Unknown. No social media following. Just a guy who saved puppies from a burning shelter and got nominated by his entire town. Bachelor Nation collectively exhaled. Where are they now? Grant Ellis. After the backlash, he went silent on social media. Rumors say he and Juliana quietly split a month after the finale. He's now living in Austin, working on a podcast about authenticity in dating, which fans are ignoring. Juliana Pasquarosa. She signed a deal with a fashion brand and now models for a wellness line. She's spoken about the experience briefly, but hinted at a tell-all coming soon. She did not return the engagement ring. Rose Callahan became the unexpected hero. She's now a mental health advocate, doing panels about reality TV trauma, and has 800,000 followers on TikTok. The franchise. Season 30 promises a back-to-basics approach. No villas, no hot tubs, just real dates and conversations. Bachelor Nation is cautiously optimistic. The season that shattered the rose-colored glasses. Grant's season wasn't just a flop, it was a reckoning. It revealed what happens when the wrong lead gets chosen for the right reasons. Optics, clout, charisma, but not commitment. It showed what happens when women invest their hearts only to face a man more interested in TikTok fame than true love. But maybe that's what Bachelor Nation needed. A season so unserious, it reminded everyone what the show is supposed to be. And now, all eyes are on Owen Cole. No blowouts, no fake tears, Just a guy and a rose. Let's hope he doesn't laugh when it matters.